It's a labor of love to bring you this 3-part compilation of Donald Trump's inaugural prayer service, and even though it's early 2025, what you're about to see has my vote for video of the year. Part 1 is full of hilarious irony given what Trump used to call Joe Biden. Part 2 is a scathing takedown of Donald Trump to his face by the bishop presiding over the service. And Part 3 shows a bewildered Trump attempting to summon the courage to address the bishop on the opposite side of the service. Lastly, watch the man who frequently called Joe Biden sleepy in the first film. As the service went on in front of him, Joe took a nap. It seems that someone got really tired after doing foolishly. Watch now as the bishop, in a move no one anticipated, points the sermon straight at Donald Trump's arrogant face, causing him to become extremely upset and awake.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land. May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, and walk humbly with each other and our God for the good of all people in this nation and the world. Amen.
You just seen Donald Trump's unfavorable bodily response to the sermon. Now let's see what he said when asked to provide a refutation. Donald looks for the appropriate phrases to criticize the bishop without coming across as a jerk.
Mr. President, what did you think of the sermon? What did you think of the sermon?
What did you think of the service?
What did you think? Did you like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? I didn't think it was a good service, no. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
They could do much better.